Right, so Mark Gurman gives us some new details regarding the iPhone 14 series, and to be honest, these new details are basically information we've already heard about, and so let this be a recap to you guys of all the leaks and rumours regarding these new iPhones. And so let's delve into it guys, but first make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours, and with that being said, let's just talk in. Right, so Gurman begins a report by telling us the iPhone 14 series should be the third incarnation of the iPhone 12 design. So yes, like I've been saying for a while, Apple's gonna stick to the 3-year design cycle they've been doing since the 6, and so that's why process iPhone 14 renders are likely bogus. And yeah, some may point out the 14 Pro is going to get a pill-shaped cutout on the front, so doesn't that suggest the design is going to be drastically different? Well, do remember that apart from the cutout on the front, the sides and the back of the device should be largely the same as the iPhone 13 and 12 Pro series. But also, the last model in these design cycles do tend to bring slight design changes, namely with the camera bump, but also with the 11 Pro we saw a matte back, and so similar to that, we're going to see slight changes on the front with the iPhone 14 Pro series. And because the 14 is the last incarnation of the 12 design, much like the iPhone 11 Pro and the 7 Plus, this is going to be the year that's focused on the camera upgrades. And yeah, that does seem to be the case because Gurman does tell us we're going to get a 48 megapixel main sensor with the Pro models. That's going to be a large step up from the 12 megapixel sensor we've had since the 6S. Now, by the way, Gurman does reiterate this upgrade's only coming to the Pros. The regular models are going to be using the trusty old 12 megapixel sensor instead. But yes, a much larger camera on the Pros is going to allow for major camera improvements. And by the way, the camera upgrades don't end there because we should see upgrades on the front, with the selfie camera getting autofocus and a wider aperture that's going to let in more light and give you much better selfies with these iPhones. And by the way, the front-facing camera is coming to all models, so yeah, this upgrade won't be restricted to the Pro models. But anyways, moving on to the sizes, much like every source has told us for the last few weeks, we should see a new regular max size that's going to replace the mini option in the lineup. So yeah, the mini has kind of flopped. I believe sales of the 13 mini last quarter was 3%, which is not very good. And so yes, Apple's clearly going to replace that with a much more popular max size. And yeah, this will easily be the best seller because many buy the Pro Max right now for the bigger size, and so offering that at a lower price is a recipe for success. But of course, since we're getting a regular Max, Apple's going to differentiate the Pro and the regular models even further by giving us bigger upgrades that could incentivize many to get the Pros. So for example, the notch we have right now is going to stay on the regular models, only the Pros are going to get the new fancy pill-shaped design, but also the A15 chip is going to stay on the regular models. Now this could be the 5-core GPU version, so technically there is an upgrade, but it's likely that only the Pro models get the full A16 chip. However, I do want to say there's a very good chance Apple rebrands the A15 in the 14s as the A16, and then the Pro's A16 chip gets rebranded as the A16 Pro. Now that is a bummer, but to be honest, I doubt many consumers care about the chip in their phone, and if this allows Apple to offer cheaper regular iPhones, I'm all for it. However, I do want to mention this change might actually be due to chip shortages. Anyways, the final thing Gurman mentions is satellite communication with these iPhones. So this actually was a last-minute iPhone 13 rumor that did not pan out, but basically this allows you to report emergencies or send a message to your emergency contacts anywhere on the planet without needing cellular service. So yeah, this feature could potentially save lives, and considering that Globalstar Inc., a satellite service, has an agreement in place to buy 17 new satellites to help power continuous satellite services for a potential unnamed customer that's paid hundreds of millions of dollars, I do think that's Apple, and I do think we're gonna see that with the iPhone 14 series. Oh, and also Gurman does say there's a very good chance we could also see this on the Apple Watch. So yeah, that's everything Gurman tells us, but tell me in the comments below guys, do you plan to upgrade to the iPhone 14 series? Anyways, it's time to see what you guys are saying regarding the iPhone 14 series in the comments. So James says, I'm just curious if the regular iPhone 14 cases will fit the 13, and also he's hoping for new colours with the leather cases. Now regarding the first statement, I unfortunately don't think that cases for the iPhone 14 are going to work with the 13 because CAD models have made it clear the regular model is even getting a larger camera bump and also overall a thicker chassis, so yes, I don't see 13 cases working with the 14 and of course vice versa. But yes, I do completely agree the leather cases do need new colours and I do very much hope we see that with the 14 series. My personal suggestion would be a product red for the leather cases. I think that would look great. So Eric says, I'm so happy my iPhone 12 Pro Max has a battery health of 89%. I've had it for 1 year, 7 months. That's pretty good, right? Well, yeah, that's fantastic because I believe Apple says you should have 80% battery health after 2 years of use. And so your battery health actually is better than the average, which is pretty great. So Opus Digital Audio says, the purple on the 14 Pros needs to be premium and royal looking, and they also want a bright orange. And I'm with you on both fronts, the purple does need to fit with the Pro aesthetics, and so preferably that should be a darker purple hue, but of course, there's been renders of lighter shades that still look pretty good. But regarding the bright orange, yes, I want to see this on the regular 14s. I've been waiting for a proper orange iPhone for many years, and if Apple gives me that with the regular 14s, I might have to get that. Anyways, that's it for the comments, guys, but let me know your thoughts regarding this report in the comments below. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours. Check out the video above on details regarding the iPad Pro with the M2 chip. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, peeps.